I was born to preach the gospel. I was born to preach the gospel. I was born to preach the gospel. And I sure do love my job. Yeah. I was born to preach the gospel. I was born to preach the gospel. I'm born to preach the gospel. And I sure do love my job. Yeah. Yes, I really love my job. I'm a disciple that makes disciples, that makes disciples. Oh, I'm a disciple that makes disciples, that makes disciples. I'm a disciple that makes disciples, that makes disciples. Yes, I'm a disciple that makes disciples, that makes disciples. I'm a disciple that makes disciples, that makes disciples. I'm a disciple that makes disciples, that makes disciples. Get firmly rooted. So let's get firmly rooted. Let's get firmly rooted. So let's get firmly rooted. Oh, I'm a disciple that makes disciples, that makes disciples. I'm a disciple that makes disciples, that makes disciples. I'm a disciple that makes disciples, that makes disciples. Let's get firmly rooted. Firmly rooted. Let's get firmly rooted. Yeshua, 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 Yeshua. I'm a disciple that makes disciples, that makes disciples. We're disciples that make disciples, that make disciples. We are disciples that make disciples, that make disciples. We are disciples that make disciples, that make disciples. Let's get firmly rooted. Firmly rooted.
Hey, good morning, Firmly Rooted family, and happy Tuesday morning. Pastor Tom, Firmly Rooted Ministries. Yes, today is 1 week after the tragedy. Just want to thank all of you for your love, prayer, support. Know that amazing things are happening here at the Legacy Center and at Common Denominator as the church is colliding with the world out there, and a lot of amazing things. So continue to pray for that. Bert Reggiani, good morning. Diane Giroux, good morning. Vivian Davis, good morning. Dave Irons down at Firmly Rooted Greendale, good morning. Connie Sandbring from Firmly Rooted Greendale, good morning. Pastor Russell Grigsby, soon to be in Firmly Rooted Greendale, and Greg, Firmly Rooted Greendale. We got about a 50-50 between Greendale and Oxford. Oh, wait a minute. Brian Vlaming, good morning. Anne Marie, good morning. Mary Jo Johanna, good morning. And to you, Riley, as well. Yesterday, Pastor Grigsby talked about the Matthew 18, that section where how do you take care of a grievance? How do fellow Christians take care of a grievance? And that whole message about going to someone and going to them in love and trying to win them. I want to touch one thing on there, and I want you to think about it. It's a divine approach. God expects us to have the same approach that He has. God so loved a broken, sinful world that He went to it. He gave His only begotten Son. Love moves us toward the sin, towards the offense. So if God deals with it in going towards, then we deal with it in going towards. Does that make sense? God so loved the world that he entered into it. We so love that other individual in Christ that we go to them for the desire to win them back. Pastor did an amazing job explaining that, and I just thought it was beautiful. Now Jesus backs that up with a parable of an unmerciful servant. Then Peter came to Jesus and asked, Lord, how many times shall I forgive my brother when he sins against me? Up to 7 times? Jesus answered, I tell you, not 7 times, but 77 times, or 70 times 7, as some translations say. In my kingdom, that forgiveness has to be continuous. You see, I continuously forgive you, Tom Donnelly. I continuously forgive you, Peter. You can't measure the number of times you're supposed to forgive because forgiving is what you do. It's not a quota. It's a state of being. And so he tells a parable. And he says the kingdom of heaven is like. And the kingdom of heaven is like a king who wants to settle accounts. And as he begins to settle accounts, he realizes that someone owes him 10,000 talents. Let's say a measly $1 million. And so he says, I rightly have the ability to throw you into jail, separate you from your family, and destroy your whole house. And the servant says to the master, take pity on me, please. I'll pay the debt back. Well, no, he wouldn't, but the man's basically saying, I'll spend my whole life trying to pay you back, just have mercy on me. The king not only had mercy, but canceled the debt completely. You see the parallel? Jesus' death on a cross, bearing all of humanity's sin, is taking care of the debt completely. Hence, the word tetelestai is a financial term. The debt's gone. It's finished. Signed on the dotted line, he absorbed it all, and now the debt's paid. Well, how should someone act whose debt has been completely paid? Jesus is using this parable to explain why you should go to someone who offends you and why you should forgive continuously and not count. Because we have been completely forgiven. When God sees you and I right now today, he sees us as sinless saints. Hence Paul says, to you the saints in Rome, to you the saints in Corinthians, in Corinth. I know, you look in a mirror, I look in a mirror, don't see a saint. God sees us as saints because we're clothed in the blood of the Lamb. Debt completely forgiven. How should someone like that treat someone else? So he goes on to say in the parable, but that man who had his debt completely paid, not just I'll give you more time, but completely wiped out. He has a buddy who owes him a day's wage. He has a buddy who took out a loan and hasn't paid it back yet. And what does he do? He has the guy beaten up, he has the guy thrown in jail, and he ruins his life. The guy said, have mercy on me. Have mercy on me. I'll pay it back. And he refused to have mercy on him and went the route of justice, went the route of the law. Then the master called the servant in. You wicked servant, he said. I canceled all the debt of yours because you begged me to. Shouldn't you have had mercy on your fellow servant just as I had on you? I won't read the rest because it doesn't end well for that servant. I want to leave you with these words. shouldn't you have had mercy on your fellow servant, just as I have had on you? Brothers and sisters in Christ, if our lives don't reflect what God has done in and to and for us, somewhere we're missing the point. I hope this devotion was a blessing to you. Have a great day. Make it a firmly rooted day, and may someone see Jesus in us today. Peace.